Hi, it's Bond, and I want to give you a quick marketing lesson. I believe it's important for you to study marketing just as much as it is to study copywriting. You'll hear me say this, and other people say it ad nauseum, which is it's better to have a great offer put in front of the right people at the right time because then your copy can suck. Okay. But that being said, I think people, like I said, should learn to study copywriting as well as they study marketing principles. And one of the great marketing lessons my father taught me was to throw sales and special offers because it adds a sense of urgency in making people buy now as opposed to thinking, well, I'll buy this now and I'll wait. Because if you think about it, there's two, let's suppose somebody is looking for a copywriting course and they go look and they find out, well, there's three that they're interested in. They've asked around, everybody says all three are great. They go for the one that's on sale, figuring that they can pick up the other ones later or wait till they're on sale. So there's a sense of urgency that actually brings in a lot more sales when you do it. So it's good to have sales, and one of the best reasons to have sales is holidays. Right now you're going to see a lot of good marketers that are preparing their Black Friday sales, and then they're going to have their Christmas sales, and there's President's Day sales, and so forth and so on. And what you want to do is have a good, plausible tie into this. As to why you're having the sale, when you're having the sale, and they don't even have to be that great of reasons. But go ahead and grab a 2022 calendar and start looking at all the sales that you could possibly be throwing for those holidays that are there. And it shouldn't just be holiday sales. There are, National Pancake Day if you have a restaurant there, or your clients do. There's all these national so-and-so days, which are great reasons to have them. One of the ones that's famous in our business is the Ding and Dent sale, which is where somebody had actually had some damaged merchandise, so they're, but the box is damaged, but the video contents and the material inside, because it's an info product, is still just as good. So they would throw specials. Now, you don't always have to wait for it. When we sold the boron letter books, there actually was a hurricane that made the book covers kind of meld together, so they're all kind of torn and stuff. And those are actually more valuable now because they're the ones that my dad wrote about when the hurricane came through, and the ones in his storage unit had that kind of damage. The insides are completely readable and so forth. So, but when you do ding and dent sales, they are so popular that a lot of marketers will actually literally take the products and go beat them around in the warehouse and ding them up, the packaging and the denting them a little bit, so they have enough merchandise to sell in the ding and dent sales. But anyway, so look at those holidays and start planning this stuff in advance. And I'm going to give you a few more tips. But because right now, a lot of people are scrambling to do their Black Friday sale. Good marketers are even ahead of that. They're planning their year-end top 10s blog posts, and they are preparing their year-end sales, and they're planning their New Year's sales, and so forth. But all you need to do is take these holidays and these special days and start giving a plausible reason for it, okay? And I'm going to give you some other ideas that are outside the holidays. But so, for example, let's say you're looking at a 4th of July sale. We could throw a 4th of July sale and say, hey, the reason, what makes this country extra special is, regardless of what anybody says about it, it's still the best place to go from a position of poverty to great wealth. And we want to celebrate that and help that. And there's nothing that says more independence than being independently wealthy or making money on your own and not become beholden. So it's a great time to sell self-help stuff, okay? And you don't need to always use a tie-in like this is President's Day and it falls on, or this is Abraham Lincoln's birthday and he was my favorite president, so I wanted to celebrate it by throwing something special. You can also do other sales like we do one on our father's birthday every year. It's not always a sale sometimes, but we always do something special to celebrate our father's birthday. And so you can do it for the anniversary of your company. We sometimes do it for the very first day, the date of the very first Gary Halbert letter, and the first issue that it came out. Another one that I really like is Blue Monday. Now, it's not an official holiday of any kind. It is the day after the holidays have all passed. We're still in the middle of winter. People are bummed out because their bills have come in, and There's not another holiday for quite a while, and they call it the most depressing day of the year, and so we give them something to celebrate, which is something that anybody can afford. We sell something that's relatively inexpensive and make it even more affordable, to cheer them up and give them something to study during these winter months before everybody bursts out of their, snow-covered homes and starts to, take on the world again in spring. So I like Blue Monday sales. I also like Beat the Taxman specials, because if you're selling B2B, you can also point out that what you're selling is tax deductible and get it now because you get to write off that expense. Okay, so think outside the box. As long as you have a very even a halfway decent reason to throw that sale, it's a great way to keep. And you have a schedule. You can keep that. You can make sure that you're going to have a lot of money coming in over the year because there will be different reasons for different sales. Another thing you should do is plan to make these easy to repeat. So eventually, we get to say, hey, this is our annual Beat the Taxman special, and this year this is what we've decided to sell. And this is true, by the way. We don't throw the same thing on sale all the time, because that way we can honestly say this hasn't been on sale for over a year. And considering the rate at which we're producing other products, it's probably going to be several years before it's this price ever again, and we throw a sale like that. You're going to, of course, wait and pay double the price, next week and so forth. But by making it like a template, making it something that's easy to repeat, you can just throw in another product, and you're saying, and take a look. This is the product we decided to do for our annual Black Friday sale, or we did for our annual 4th of July sale, or annual Labor Day sale. Okay. And those reasons are good, good things to put into your copy. It gives you something to talk about and a reason you're throwing the sale. Another calendar, though, that I'm going to mention that you should probably download is Paycheck Calendars. Okay, so there's a lot of people who still get paid weekly or bi-weekly is the most common, if they're not just getting paid salary and on the 15th and the 30th of the month. And those bi-weekly paychecks, there's a couple of months, like in 2022, I think there's 3 months where they get 3 paychecks. They have extra cash that they don't need to spend necessarily on rent. And so people have more money to spend. And it's a good thing to know when your audience has more money. If you're selling to college students, you need to know that they're really tight budgeted after they started paying for books, okay? But they're not thinking about all of that right at the beginning of summer, right? And in the middle of, right after midterms and, exams, they haven't been spending money because they've been studying, okay? So knowing, when your prospects are most likely, and by your prospects, I'm also talking about your clients' prospects, knowing when they're going to have cash is also a very helpful thing to know. And you can create yourself, for your specific industry, a heat calendar that says these are the holidays that have got a really good timing. And then we can also, we're looking at the windows of when to throw these sales. This is the time where that third paycheck happens to fall on a Friday. So people who are getting weekly, the people who are getting paid the 15th and the 30th, or the people who are getting paid biweekly, they're all going to be getting extra money on that one time. And so I'm going to throw my sale and start announcing it for that weekend. But you get to know when people are doing it. And again, it doesn't have to be on a calendar holiday. I start going out and telling people, hey, it's travel season. Your kids are off for spring break. You're going to be waiting in time in airports and everything. It's a perfect time to learn and to grab skills while you're waiting in lines, while you're on planes and incommunicado with a whole bunch of people. And so buy these books and start studying them, reading those books and taking notes at that point. So in any case, all I wanted to do was share some information about, turning holidays and reasons for having sales, as a strategy, and making sure that you can repeat these things very easily, because then you almost have a whole year lined up and, stuff that's already written and proven to work, and it's easy to pump out and start bringing in extra cash.